Hello and welcome, Snake here, and I'm back with another tier list, thanks to Tier Maker tool, and this time it's Khorne. Khorne screams fun since CA introduced Taurox in Warhammer 2. I knew that Khorne will be blood, carnage, and fun, and it is. Almost all units are just good-ish. There's barely any crap in Khorne roster. Crap, well, you must remember that I evaluate units based on, my preferences and based on my experience and, ability to play. I live with neurological disease that cause endless pain, and it's a living hell. So I do not wish anyone to fate like mine, and because of this suffering I experience, sometimes it does affect whatever I do, including gaming. So if you disagree with me, it's completely fine. I just wanted to explain why, sometimes I look a little bit different on stuff. Of course, I have my game in the background. Oops. There it is. Yeah, I have my game in the background to see exactly what's here, what's there, what are the, stats. Sometimes that I need to look into stats. But yeah, so I'm gonna switch windows from time to time. Nevertheless, let's start it. So, Chaos Warriors of Khorne. This is literally the best tier 0 unit in entire game. It's amazing. It's so freaking good. Recently I played as a Tomb Kings and I faced full army of Chaos Warriors of Khorne. If you want to see that result and this battle, I did record it because it was interesting to deal with as a Tomb Kings, as a bag of bones, how to deal with the blood and death. Definitely. No doubt this unit can, at tier 0 level, which requires only settlement building, has any match. Nothing, can withstand it. Let's say, I don't know, Elven Archers. Ooh, Elven Archers. Yeah, they gonna shred them. Dryads. Maybe with Dryads they would have a good fight. But I still believe that Chaos Warriors of Khorne would win over Dryads, so... yeah, that's it. Okay, so next up are the Bloodletters of Khorne. I feel like Bloodletters of Khorne are now better because of the resurrect mechanic, the demonic forging or whatever it is. I keep forgetting the name. Reforging, yeah, demonic reforging. But in my taste, the Bloodletters, again, tier 0 unit, they're really low on melee defense and really low, well, they're not that low as like Forsaken, but they're dishing a lot of damage, but they're also taking a lot of damage. When you compare them to Chaos Warriors, they dish less damage, but they also take less damage. So it's balanced out, definitely. I think they're a little bit more than okay, but not enough to be like a very good unit. The counterpart, that the higher tier unit is definitely very good. But these guys, yeah, I just... they die too often, and demonic reforging not always triggers, especially for me, because RNG Fs me every day, so this is just pure, joke on my side. So I dislike the fact that they like to die, and I need to replace them too many times. For some reason, Marauders of Khorne are not tier 0 unit. Marauders of Khorne should be tier 0 unit, not Chaos Warriors. Because if Marauders of Khorne would be tier 0, that would be very good in terms of balance. But for some reason they're tier 1, they require the building, and they are total crap. This is literally the worst unit. One of the worst. It's pointless to recruit. Seriously. You need a mortal settlement for that. So if you need a mortal settlement for that, Here, you need a mortal settlement. But you need mortal settlement to recruit them as well. So what's the point? You want to save some money? Money should not be a problem in a Khorne roster. In a Khorne, if you go for Warriors of Chaos, yeah, the money doesn't matter either there. So just no. It's pointless to recruit them. While these guys are just superior. Superior. That's it. The speed. Okay, the marauders are faster. But they're faster to die. They're so fast they die fast. It's no, absolutely. I'm not buying it. So marauders with dual weapons are better. Not the greatest, but better. Have nice bonus versus infantry, so they will do some damage. If you need damage dealer versus infantry that is unarmored, or a little bit armored, so then okay. But no, I would not bother with them either. But at least they are not total crap. Again, you need a tier 1 building, the same tier, which is another funny part. Why would you recruit these when you can have these if in terms of damage? But I just don't get logic behind the Khorne Marauders. Chaos Warriors with halberds are very good. They are the strongest anti-large infantry you can get from Khorne, I think. And tier 2 unit from a building you're gonna recruit anyway if you want to have a hero. So perfect, just perfect. And Forsaken of Khorne is another. A lot of unit in Khorne roster are detriment to each other. I don't understand. The power creep is here, but it's not in many cases. And Forsaken of Khorne, okay, they do more damage, like base weapon damage. Fine. They have armor. They're faster than these guys. But their melee defense is almost non-existing. Seriously, it's almost non-existing. They have flame attacks, which is fine if you go against like a vampire counts or something with the region. But they will die fast. Really. There are better options than this. And I tried Forsaken and I always avoid them. They are useless. They're just not good to recruit. They're not total crap, of course, because they have like very strong weapons. But I would go for, Warriors of Khorne anyway. And when, oh my god, I forgot about Khorne guards. Yeah, Khorne guards are the same situation. Why recruit them when you have these? And I'll tell you why. I see a possibility when you can recruit them. So this building chain can be built either in mortal or demonic settlement. So if you have demonic settlement, you don't have access to this. You don't have access to Warriors of Khorne. And when you need anti-large in low level, on low tier, they are your answer. But I would still build up minor settlement tier 2 as a mortal and build this over these. Because they are behind in literally everything. Their stats are behind compared to Chaos Warriors of Khorne. They are just behind. Like this, once the leadership will drop, they will lose it. Unbreakable for 20 seconds. Woo! Nothing special. Vanguard deployment. Okay, Vanguard deployment. That's their advantage. And Woodsmen. I'm not saying they suck ass, okay? They could be better. Because power creep is non-existing. They are supposed to be power creep to whatever we had in base. But they're not. They are not power creep. And it's just Khorne guards I understand recruiting them in a demonic situation when you have settlements. But outside of that, I would never recruit them, because you can have better unit on the same tier. And you will go for this building, the armory, because there is a hero to recruit as well. And a cultist of Khorne are really good cultists, so you want to have them as many as possible, because the Gate of Khorne is very valuable. Next up are the Chaos Warriors with dual weapons. They are very good. They destroy infantry. Often, if they don't have armor, that's better. They have armor piercing, some of it, but they deal... Like, I had a situation when I sent 5 of these guys with the cultists of Khorne, and they obliterated an entire army of clan rats with a warlord on top of it. There were some other units as well, but they did very, very well. I was surprised. They hold the ground. They didn't hold the ground. They soaked the ground in the blood of Skaven, and yes, but in this situation they gain my respect. Very good unit, highly recommend. Also, very good unit are the Bloodletters of Khorne. They're Bloodletters, just superior, and nothing to add. Very, very strong unit. Highly recommend recruiting them. Skulltaker is buffing them to maybe not insane level, but Doomstack a level, because when you take Skulltaker with them, you pretty much can carry that till the end of a campaign. And next up are the Skull Reapers. Skull Reapers require different building. They're tier 3. They have magic attack. Also, they have like anti-infantry, of course. These stats are a little bit skewed. I just realized that the stats I have here are a little bit skewed by technologies I have or resources building. So they are a little bit messed up. Nevertheless, when you take the buffed units of Skull Reapers and these guys, Skull Reapers comes on top of it. They are really good. Ratmongers are the higher tier, and they are also really good, but the Skull Reapers are anti-infantry with magic attack. They lack of on the armor side a little bit, have higher armor piercing than Chaos Warriors of Khorne, and I value them really high because they can do so much damage. I was surprised how good they are. Legend value them a little bit lower than Ratmongers, because, why recruit Skull Reapers when you have Ratmongers? Yes and no. So Skull Reapers is a 60 infantry, Ratmongers are 32, so difference is there that the Ratmongers live longer. But Skull Reapers also take are easier to recruit because it's only tier 3, so you can have it in a minor settlement, while Ratmongers need to be in major settlement. Growth is not a big deal in Khorne, but I value them as a very good unit. I was surprised how much damage they can dish out. Of course, they die faster than Ratmongers, but it's normal when you have more entities. Nevertheless, demon killers. There are the demon killers, and they're doing it great. Chosen of Khorne, I don't even have to say it. Chosen are amazing. Chosen can carry you till the end of a campaign. It's insane. Ratmongers, they are just eating up infantry on a breakfast, especially dwarves. Jesus, what they did to dwarves, Grand Cafe, or Dark Elves. I couldn't believe how quick they deal with all those units. Wonderful. Skull Reapers are almost there. I would say Skull Reapers are almost there, but Rat Mongers give me better result overall, and that's why I evaluate it this way. Next up, I took Chariots, and the first one is Chariot, Chaos Chariots of Khorne, is a tier 2 chariot, and because it's tier 2, you don't meet a lot of counter, and it's okay. It has nice stats. It has nice stats versus like infantry. It's okay. 1500 mass is a problem because sometimes when you charge too deep, you're stuck, and it's not really good in prolonged combat, melee attack, melee defense. But in charging, cycle charging department, it will do great. Nothing special, I'd say. It works. And the same thing you have with the Gorby's Chariot. It's better. It's, stats are better. Mass is better, so it should be better, right? Well, I don't think so. The reason for that is on tier 3 you have something better to recruit than chariots. If they get stuck, they're dying too quick. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying there are better things to recruit, but it's okay to recruit it because, later on, chariots will be obliterated by literally anything. Like cavalry will shred them because the melee defense 25 is not enough, and their speed is 66. So the chariots of Khorne are faster, but the gore beasts are too slow. Again, it's okay, nothing special. And now I will deal with cavalry and tier 2 marauders, horsemen of Khorne with throwing axes. Legend values them really high. I did check them. I think they're okay. I think their animation is a little bit junky. I would say they're not even that okay, because I hate that animation. I just realized I hate this animation. The throwing animation, it takes too long. Often they miss. It's not doing much damage. It's a good damage, but the ammunition is really tiny. Their melee stats, if they get in combat, they get shred. 21 melee defense, 22 melee attack. I'm still missing. I'm still missing some research rate. So I'm missing. Where's Cav? There's Cav. Nope. Yeah, so I'm having some speed and armor. Ammunition 30. Okay, 30% for ammunition. Okay, so that will be something. But no, there is not much for these guys anyway. So, kinda disappointing. Kinda disappointing because I was expecting something more. But nah, I know they can do a lot of damage versus something armored. I know these guys, they can, kick ass if you really want to. But I don't believe in them. I just don't. And it's, again, maybe it's my problem with playing them with the micro, something like that. But no. Chaos Knights of Khorne. Chaos Knights with lances. I don't use them. Chaos Knights of Khorne are better than Chaos Knights. I can put it like this. But it's a heavy cav. But no, there is better things to recruit. But I hate this Chaos Knights. They're slow, heavy. Chaos Knights of Khorne at least have some better stats in combat. But I would say they are junky to me. And no, I was thinking I want to be objective, but I cannot. I hate playing them. They are not doing as I wish they do. Because I compare them to units that are just better. They're units that are just better, okay? And they're not one of them. these are one of them. Blood Crushers of Khorne. I gotta say, I have a crush on Blood Crushers. Because, yeah, they are doing a lot of stuff. They are on par with Skull Crushers. So Skull Crusher and Blood Crushers are demonic and mortal, units. One is anti-large, one is anti-infantry. They have those stats. Skull Crushers are a little bit tougher. So Skull Crushers have shields, they have higher stats, so they are really, really good. But I've seen what Blood Crushers can do. And I'll tell you thing, when it comes to charging into infantry, Jesus, these guys, oof, yes. When you send them against infantry, they will destroy that infantry. And same thing is with the Skull Crushers. These two have, when I compare these two to these two, it's like night and day. The difference is so polarized. There is absolutely no chance of even convincing me that I should use Chaos Knights. No, absolutely not. Still intense micro required, but overall, this cavalry is very, very good. It's in fact amazing. I love monster cavalry because you feel the power when you charge in, you do damage, you feel it. And when you take Chaos Knights, it's like, yeah, you tickle the balls a little bit. And now, one of my favorite units. Definitely, I was a huge fan of them before they get buffed. But War Machines of Khorne, Blood Shrine of Khorne, and the Skull Cannon of Khorne are definitely units I adore to use. They work together. They replenish in combat. Stats are a little bit junky when it comes to melee defense, if I'll show you. So Blood Shrine of Khorne is only 18 base, and Skull Cannon is 18 as well. But they buff each other with like Blood Shield and Totem of Bloodless letting, so they do enough damage. And because they regen, you buff them with lords and heroes. They work very nice. I recently posted a video with the army composition. They always work. Now they are just better. And every infantry army I use, literally every infantry army I use, I always add Blood Shrine. You can say, hey, but you can add a hero. Yes, you're absolutely right. You're correct 100%. However, when you get Pillar of Bone, Blood Shrine gets Blood Shield. That affects everyone around, giving spell resistance plus 15%. So having spell resistance plus 15% to everyone around, it's just very good. So you have Blood Shield and Totem of Endless Blotter. Of course, I still include a hero like a Blood Reaper because he often has some abilities. So I have like two Blood Shrines pretty much per army with infantry, for instance, or not infantry. They are just too good to miss out. And Skull Cannons, now when they get buffed, the damage they do, that they shoot and the fire burns. Also, they restore ammunition in combat, in melee. Come on, you can do some insane stuff with them. Next up are Furies. I hate Furies, but because of Frenzy, Furies have, potential. The potential is definitely here when you compare that to other Furies. So look at this. A Frenzy for Khorne can be like plus melee 10. Charge bonus, base weapon, yada yada yada. So 44 melee attack and magic damage. They can dish damage. I mean, they will die, but they will die taking something with them. I would still not recruit them whatsoever, unless I'm desperate, or I confederate army with them and I can use them. But whenever I send them somewhere, they die. And this is my biggest problem with Furies. So based on this experience, you can know how I evaluate dogs. These dogs are a joke. They are a frickin' joke. Tier 1 unit with 12 melee defense, 38 leadership. This is a joke. I charge something in, and they get a little bit leadership with charging in. But if there is something that causes terror or, oh my god, no, they cannot pull out. They cannot pull the damage. But the potential is non-existing here. I know Chaos Warriors can pick them up and do some miracles, but I don't think it's the Khorne works with them. When I take Flesh Hounds of Khorne, I'm still in the testing phase, but with Karnak attached to an army, you can make somewhat army composition for early stages. That works. It's a tier 2 unit. Karnak is it's not that hard to obtain, but I think they're okay. You can have like 2-3. Often they will die. Unfortunately, they will die because their leadership is not also not that powerful. But they will do damage. They will resist damage because their stats are not total garbage. And they will do more. Like these guys doesn't have magic attack. They do. So you can charge in and do a lot of damage. And the leadership is higher, melee defense higher. So in general, they will perform way better. Difference is that the doggies have 95 speed, and these have, they have the same speed. Okay, the entity number. The Chaos Warhounds of Khorne is 80, while the Flesh Hounds are only 32. But they have more life than Chaos Warhounds, so they will last longer per combat. Still, they will die in literally every encounter, so Demonic Reforge now makes them better. Oh boy. Spawn of Khorne. Why would you take Spawn of Khorne? Why? Why would you recruit Spawn of Khorne when you can have Monkey Khorne? I mean, Blood Beasts of Khorne. And Blood Beasts of Khorne, sometimes they are better, sometimes. I mean, I use them. They worked very nice, so I would put them here. But often when I play against them, they're nothing special. Often I just shoot them up. But when I use Skyla, Anfingrim, they're so much better. Hold on, let me look at Skyla. I had him here. So Skyla Anfingrim is providing upkeep. Nothing crazy. Glorious Charge and Charge bonus. It does works for Spawn of Khorne as well, don't get me wrong, but definitely the Blood Beasts are just superior. So, yeah. So, they're borderline very good, but like I said, sometimes they work, sometimes they're not. Nonetheless, this is an example of power creep again, because they're almost the same. I just don't. I'm trying with Spawn of Khorne. I'm in Spawns of Chaos in general. I'm trying, but they never work for me. And it's maybe because it's more like a multiplayer unit. I know some people love them, but the Blood Beast is literally better at anything. Higher speed, higher melee defense. Just okay, but a Spawn of Khorne might have higher weapon strength. That's it. So, and now the weakest of them all, it is War Shrine of Khorne, and I like it. I like this unit, but you can have a cultist on it, so this unit is pointless. As Nurgle can heal, and often you want to have cultists on horse to do damage while this can heal. This provides only the bonus of damage. That's it. So one cultist with this in like infantry based army will do very nice. But also, if you pick up Bloodspeaker Lord, he can have that mount too. So you already provide, and you don't sacrifice cultist. Cultist can be on a horse and attack fast, while the Bloodspeaker is like a tanky lord that surrounds his infantry and, supplement each other. He is supporting anyway. He's supporting units anyway. So him being on a war shrine is understandable. So I would say just this unit is pointless to recruit. Too bad, but at least Nurgle was healing and it was necessary, while this one is a joke. It's just a joke. Minotaurs. Jesus, I love Minotaurs. When we get Taurox, seriously, give Taurox option to recruit them. Please. Please. Because it's... Come on. We need them. We need them. I would say they're god tier sometimes, but they're not. They do some disgusting things. I love Minotaurs. They're tier 4 unit, and they demolish a lot of stuff. Now with the charge, do they have some collision attack? I don't even remember because it's been a while since I played them. But definitely they are doing great job. And when it comes to Slaughter Brute, I have mixed feelings. I would say it's very good. If your lord dies, it's useless, but don't make your lord die. I didn't test it enough, but it's a big monkey that will, monkey alike, that will do damage. Same goes for Soul Grinders. Soul Grinders are tier 4, so they are better at this. But I recently noticed, and I love Soul Grinders, all kind of Soul Grinders. They have a problem, despite having 4,000 mass, but they have the robot legs, and when they amongst the infantry, often they get stuck and they cannot even move, turn, get out. So there is something iffy with these units. There is something iffy with Soul Grinders of Khorne. They get stuck, and despite high mass, they are unable to move. I don't know why. And the Bloodthirster, I would say, is a god tier when you play with Scarbrand, because they can heal. The animation is disgusting, because they can slap things around. Because they can fly and pick the targets, they will obliterate anything. I want to put like these guys as a god tier, but they have obvious weakness. While Bloodthirsters can fly, they can be shot down, they have the flaming attack, but it's a flaming magic attack. In general, when you send these guys to combat, when you send Bloodthirsters into combat, I don't think a lot of things can, resist that. And thanks to Scarbrand, they have healing. They can heal. So out of nowhere, they become just impossible to kill. So Scarbrand is providing them with, where is it? Yeah. come on, where is it? Oh, my exile one. Yeah. So they have the Gore Feast. Upkeep, it doesn't matter. So Gore Feast matters a lot. Because that was the biggest weakness. You couldn't heal them. There are very powerful single entities, but you cannot heal them. And yeah, they don't have that much life compared to Slaughter Brute, but they can fly. So you pick your targets and you can fly away. With 4,000 mass, they can pull out easily. Yeah, this is 5,000, of course. So Slaughter Brute and Soul Grinders are amazing. Amazing tier is massive, as you can see here. But with the God tier, you literally can pick up whatever you want. Siege is no problem, because you can fly up. Any artillery, no problem, because you can maneuver, fly over. And Scarbrand. But again, it's in Scarbrand army. Outside of Scarbrand, they're just amazing, okay? I just need to clarify that. So Soul Grinders can be God tier as well with the Scarbrand, because they can heal. But outside of that, I would say they're here. So Scarbrand, they can heal and be just unstoppable. Outside of, however, again, I wouldn't put even with Scarbrand these into God tier because the junky animation. There is something wrong with the animation when you cannot move out. But these, they are amazing with the Scarbrand God tier. And that's it. That's the Khorne. As you can see, I favor a lot of high tier units because they are insanely good. I favor mid-range units very high because they're very good. Some units, the low tier units are... Okay, I'm not saying they're bad as they are, okay? But when you get a tier 0 unit that it's vastly superior than half of your low tier roster, what's the point of these units? And that's an example of it. I don't need to build any special building to get Chaos Warriors of Khorne. They're tier 0. Marauders should be there. For some reasons they're not. It's the same thing like dwarves. Dwarves had miners in his tier 0 department, and they added Chaos Warriors, no, not Chaos, Dwarf Warriors at some point. There was a time when we had Dwarf Warriors in a tier 0. And they took it back. But for some reason, Chaos Warriors of Khorne are tier 0 and Marauders are tier 1. Switch it for the purpose of balance. I would put the Chaos Warriors of Khorne into amazing window because I would need a building for them. But I would still go for tier 1 Chaos Warriors over pretty much everything else. And on top of it, I would add the tier 2 Chaos Warriors of Khorne with halberds, and then dual weapons. And that's all you need. That's literally all you need. Because that's all you need. I wouldn't bother with anything. If they were here, all you need is this building. But that's my tier roster. That's my look into it. I value units that are simpler, that smash things, because it's fun. It's just fun. But I might be wrong, and I'm waiting for your comments about it. What do you think? How much I missed your spot? How much I missed your evaluation? What do you think is better from tiers, units below OK tier? Because I'm sure there will be some people who defends them. And I'm really interested what do you think? Because I compare them to literally to tier 0 unit. I compare them to this unit, which should not be here because it's just too good. Why would I bother with building something when I can have this? And I build this building obviously for heroes. I build this for heroes. I build this for heroes. But often, this one chain, I don't. Because I rather have this building to increase overall income I'm gonna have. So I build this creature buildings. Really, I build it super late on. Because I don't need them. I don't need this until the late game. Early on, it's useless. So I rather have these and even growth building until I get the technology where I can, get growth per battle. But I might be wrong. Let me know in a comment what do you think. Thank you for watching if you survived that long. Hope to see you next time. Subscribe if you like what I do. You can help me with that by a lot. And hope you will have a great day. Till the next time, take care and bye bye.